Hey guys, it's Delilah, and in today's video we are going to pack my travel makeup bag together. By the time you are watching this video, we are already in Europe, specifically Paris and London. We will actually be staying there for almost a whole month of July, a little bit more than 3 weeks, so I have been pre-recording like crazy the past few weeks because I don't want to go without posting anything for a whole month. So yeah, I thought it would be quite fun and maybe a little bit helpful to show you guys what makeup I am bringing for this trip. And by the way, if you like the makeup look I'm wearing right now, I did film myself getting ready this morning, and it's also the makeup look I wore in a previous video. I'm pretty sure it was my latest empties. In that video, there were quite a few people commenting saying that they would love to see a tutorial on the look, so whenever it's up, I will also link it in the cards and down below. And yeah, before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more Delilah's Delights. Also follow me on my Instagram at Delilah Delights. I probably already posted hundreds of pictures of Paris and London by now. And without further ado, let's start packing. Okay, so this is the makeup bag I'm going to bring with me for this trip. This is from Muji. I really just get it because I think it's very sturdy and it's a very good size. So yeah, I will start packing things and throwing things inside, and I will go by the order I put on makeup so I will not forget anything. And also I will only put strictly makeup products in this bag. So for skincare, sunscreen, and just other little tools like tweezers and all that, I will put them in a separate bag. If you guys are interested in seeing that, definitely let me know in the comment section and I can film that when I'm back home. I always do my eye makeup first before the face, so first let's start with eyeshadow. I will not be bringing a eyeshadow primer just because I don't really have oily eyelids, so I think for this trip I will just use a concealer. The Visa Theory palette, they all have 6 shades for each palette, 3 matte and 3 shimmer. It's magnetic, so you can remove the shadow and kind of mix and match to create your own palette. Okay, so after removing and switching a few shades, it comes down to 2 palettes. So I have my kind of a neutral ones, and this one I kept a few more metallic kind of gunmetal type of shade, and this row is my purple. I want to bring just one more eyeshadow palette, more for the pop of color, and I'm thinking about those two, the Modern Renaissance and the Soft Glam from Anastasia. They both look very good. Maybe I will just bring the Modern Renaissance just because I think it's a little bit more different from the other shadows in the Visor palette. They are a little bit more warm tone, a little bit orange, a little bit berry reddish type of tones that are really lacking in the Theory palettes I brought. Yeah, I think I will bring this one. And also I just been using this palette for a longer time, so it's really tried and true. And that's actually all the eyeshadows I am bringing. I will not bring any single shadows just because, especially when traveling, I would just always go for eyeshadow palettes. After eyeshadow, I will need a gel liner to fill in my waterline and my lash line. So the one I'm currently using is from Kate. This is a Japanese drugstore brand. Any drugstore brand will do, and this one is very thin. I really don't like to overpack just because when traveling I tend to buy some stuff too, so if I really use up something or if I really need something, I can just easily buy it there. So this is the only gel liner I will bring. Besides gel liner, I will also need a liquid liner to do my wing line. I really don't have much preference, any drugstore one will do, and the one I'm currently using is this new one from Sigma, and it's pretty good. It's quite matte and very black, and also because it's quite new, so I'm pretty sure it can last throughout the trip. Last thing for the eye makeup is the mascara. I will just bring one. This is a travel size of the Benefit Roller Lash. It's pretty nice. It's quite lengthening and also give a little bit volume, and I just think it's a very good staple mascara, and it's very small, so that's very convenient. So this is the only mascara I'm bringing with me for this trip. Almost forgot the brows. This is from the Japanese drugstore brand called Excel. I probably mentioned it a million times in my empties video. This is just the only brow products I use now on an everyday basis. On one side there's a spoolie and the other side is the brow pencil, and when you twist it open, inside have a little bit brow powder, so you can just fill in your brows or blend out the tip of the brows. So it's very convenient, and this one is a brand new one. Okay, that's it for the eyes and brows department. Now moving on to the face. First, we need to prime our face, and I'm bringing the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This one actually have not much left, as you can see, so maybe I can use it up during the trip. I mentioned before in my primer declutter and collection video that the primer I use the most is still those hydrating type of primers, so I think bringing this one is enough for me. It's very moisturizing yet not too sticky, and it smells like coconut, which I love. I think it's just perfect for a summer holiday. For foundation, I'm bringing two. First is this one from Nars. This is their Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer. My shade is in St. Moritz. So this one is actually very perfect for my current skin tone. And I love the fact that I can just apply this one all over my face with my hands. And the result will just look very glowy, healthy, and beautiful. It's definitely more like a light coverage product, but I really like that actually. Especially when traveling, if I don't want to spend too much time blending out my foundation, or I just want something to quickly slap on my face, this is perfect for that. The other foundation I want to bring is this Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and my shade is in Sand. I actually will think about it more later, just because this one I absolutely love the foundation, I love the finish, but it's a glass bottle, so I'm a little bit worried that it may break. I love that it provides medium coverage and it lasts fairly long on my skin, and it definitely gives a very beautiful, kind of a healthy glow, but not too dewy. So I figure on days when I don't want to apply only the tinted moisturizer and I want to just have a little bit more coverage and look slightly more put together, this is the one I will go for. Another reason I really want to bring this one is because it's slightly darker than my current skin tone, and I'm always very easily tanned, and I'm pretty sure I will get some tan during this trip. So I'm hoping that when the Nars Tinted Moisturizer looking a little bit too light, if I get too tan, then this one may come in handy. Moving on to concealer, usually when I'm home, I will definitely color correct my under eye, but when traveling, I just think I can skip that. So I'm choosing this concealer purely to cover my under eye circles. So this one is from Bobbi Brown. This is their Instant Full Cover Concealer, and my shade is in Beige. I have never tried Tarte Shape Tape just because I cannot get my hands on it in Asia, but I am guessing this one may be a little bit similar. It's very high coverage. It's a little bit thicker, but it doesn't make my under eyes look dry, and it doesn't really make them crease too much as well. So I think I can just wear the foundation and apply this on my under eye area to kind of cover up my dark circles, and that's it. The setting powder I'm bringing with me is this one from Nars. It's the light reflecting setting powder in the pressed version. If you guys been watching my videos, then you are very familiar with it. I don't remember I already used up how many of those, and even this one is slightly hitting pan now in the middle. It's just the perfect setting powder for me. I can use it to set my whole face as well as my under eye area. I like that it makes my skin look very beautiful and natural even under the sunlight, and it just never makes my face look cakey or powdery. The only thing you may want to keep in mind is that it does create flashback, but other than that, this is the one product that I cannot find anything to complain about, and this is another tried and true product I will definitely bring with me for this trip. For bronzer and contour, I'm bringing this super multi-functioning product from Physician Formula. This is their Brown Booster Sculpting Palette. As you can see, this product is very well loved, and for good reasons. There's a light banana shade, and I don't use it that often, but from time to time when I feel a little bit more fancy and sophisticated, then I will just dust it on my under eye area to brighten up a little bit. Next is a gray tone contour shade, and there's not much left. I figured during the trip, the chance that I will actually do contour is quite little, so when I really need to do some contour, this is perfect. Down here we have a gorgeous bronzer. It's definitely quite deep and very pigmented, but I just love the undertone. It's definitely on the warmer side, and I just think this palette is very useful and perfect for travel. I am bringing two blushes for this trip, and this one is definitely another staple in my makeup collection. This is the Nars Blush in the shade Mattel, and I think it's already my second or third one. Although I'm already wearing it in my everyday life, but I think for travel it's really good as well because it will just go perfectly with all kind of eye look or lipstick you wear. So if today I can only bring one blush with me on a trip, I will definitely pick this one. The other blush I am bringing is somehow newer to my collection. This is from bareMinerals. This is their Gen Nude Blush, and this shade is in Beige for Days. This is actually also the blush I am wearing in the intro and outro of this video. As you can see, it's just a perfect bronzy peachy tone that is of course perfect for summertime. And I want to bring this also because this one is completely matte, while Mattel has a little bit of shimmers. It's more like a glowy kind of sheen, but this one is completely matte, so I thought I will have the choice to see what kind of finish I want for the blush. Lastly, we gotta highlight that face. I'm also bringing two highlighters for this trip. This one is from Pearl Cosmetics. It's their Illuminating powder in the shade Afterglow, and this will be my more natural, glowy, everyday type of highlight out of the two. Before I got this one, I will probably bring my staple, the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder, and those two actually have very similar finish in my opinion, but the Laura Mercier one is just very bulky because it's baked and I think it will take up a lot of space. So I decided to bring this one instead, and it's just a very beautiful champagne white gold kind of highlight without looking too metallic or shiny. I also think because there's not too much actual glitter or shimmers, it doesn't really emphasize the texture of your skin. The other highlighter I'm bringing is the less natural one out of the two. This is from Ofra, and this is their Beverly Hills highlighter. This is the first Ofra highlighter I've ever tried, and I must admit when I first started to using it, maybe because I applied too much, it definitely looks very metallic and just way too much for my taste. But after trying it out for a few more times, I learned to really just don't apply too much in one shot and really buff it into my skin. And once I did that, it would just leave the most beautiful, definitely metallic but not too crazy type of sheen on your skin. I just think it's the perfect highlighter to wear, especially in the evening or when you're just going for a more glamorous look. Last but certainly not least, we have the lip products. For some people, this may be very little choices, but again, like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure I will be doing some shopping. So I really want to make sure I have enough space in my makeup bag for the new in goodies. So for lip products, I'm thinking to bring one peach, one neutral, and one kind of mauvey pink type of color. First, the peach option is this one from Bobbi Brown. This is their crushed lip color in the shade Bare. This lipstick formula is a little bit sheer, so when it goes on my lips, my natural lip color will still show through. This one will also be my more easy, everyday, comfortable type of lip option during the trip. I don't find it particularly moisturizing, but it's definitely fairly creamy. It's not matte at all. And here are some swatches. This right here is only one layer, so as you can see, it does look a little bit peach. And this one is after swatching back and forth, trying to build it up. The pink will just show out a little bit more. Next lipstick is the nude lip option out of the three for me. This one is from Kiko. It says Smart Fusion lipstick on the back in the shade 432. And although I call it nude, I guess for many people it's more like a slightly darker brownish red color. But I come to realize this is just the type of nude lip shade I like on my skin tone. It's very creamy and fairly long lasting. I find it very comfortable on my lips throughout the day, and the color is just really one of my favorites, if not the favorite. And here's the swatch of the lipstick. Although this one is also fairly new to my collection, but ever since I receive it, I just wear it almost every day and it lives in my purse, and that always says something. Last lip product is my more mauvey pinky option. This one is from YSL. This is just basically their take on the liquid lipstick. Many of you know I just don't wear liquid lipstick anymore, but this one here from YSL is actually quite different from any other liquid lipstick I tried. It's more watery, but it really doesn't dry out my lips. It won't fade and it's not transparent proof, but it's very long lasting. So I figure I could bring one liquid lipstick just in case there are days that I really don't feel like touching up, then this will be a perfect option. And yeah, that's it guys, that's all the makeup products I am bringing with me for this trip. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to follow along our trip to Paris and London, make sure to check out my Instagram. I'm pretty sure I will be very active there for the whole month of July. And I also did pre-record a few videos, so don't worry, you will still be seeing me this month. And as usual, if you have any question about a product in the video, or if there's just anything you want to tell me, always feel free to leave it down in the comment section and I will be happy to answer you. And yeah, that's it guys, this is actually the very last video I am pre-recording before taking off. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more Delilah's Delights. Also follow me on my Instagram at Delilah Delights. And I will see you guys very soon when I'm back. Bye bye.